What's up, BookTube? Sandy Golson back here with a tag video, and this is the Not-So-Newbie Tag video, and credit for this goes to Shelby Masako. That's where I actually found this particular tag video, and so I am starting to look at some of these tag videos, and I'm finding them actually very interesting. So I'm looking for some of the interesting ones, and I'm going to pick some out and just participate in them at least to some degree. I'm going to participate in them. So this one I thought was kind of interesting. It's the Not-So-Newbie Tag video. So question number one, how old is your channel? Now, this is a question that I probably should have looked the answer up before I jumped on here, but I believe that this BookTube channel is probably a couple of years old. It started out as a kind of a backup channel to another channel that I had, and pretty quickly after that, it evolved into the BookTube channel and AuthorTube channel that you're seeing right now. So it started out again as a backup channel, but then it evolved into something that's actually made it my largest channel now, and hopefully, knock on wood, it'll continue to grow. Question number two, what are your favorite videos to make? I think probably the TBR videos are probably fun because it gives me an opportunity to start to think about some of the books that I could be interested in, some of the books that I've maybe passed over, some books that could be hidden gems, nonfiction books, fiction books. It gives me a chance to kind of look through the books that I have and books that I want to start to forge ahead with some books that might be interesting for me to read, and also all the while trying to balance the types of books that I'm reading, so I'm hopefully getting a diverse range of books that I'm reading. So I would say the TBR is probably at the top of my favorite videos to do, but then the wrap-ups are kind of fun too, especially when you learn things from the books that maybe you didn't know before, or you're particularly entertained by a book that you read and you just want to share a little bit of that with your audience, with the public. So I would say those are the top two, the TBR first and then the wrap-up videos, but I would say they're like 1A and 1B. Question number three is, what piece of advice would you give to someone wanting to start a BookTube channel on YouTube? The first thing I would say to a person that's looking to start a channel is do it in a way where you're going to have fun and it's not going to feel like a job, especially initially, because generally speaking, it's going to be difficult to grow in the very beginning. You're going to take some bumps and bruises along the way, and hopefully if you continue to refine what you're doing, learn from the mistakes, learn from the positives, and just continue to get better and better, continue to improve your craft. I think those are things that are going to be really important to you. But the biggest thing is to make sure that you're doing what you want to do, you're doing what you like, and don't worry about the views and don't worry about your subscriber counts in the beginning. Just focus on having fun and producing good content, and then with that having fun and that producing good content, work on continuing to get better and better as you progress with your channel. Question number four, since joining BookTube, have you run into any unforeseen challenges? I think when I started it, I was really probably focused maybe a little too much on, and this goes back to question three, I was maybe focused a little bit too much on the successes in terms of numbers. I was probably thinking about that a little too much. And I think that maybe stopped me from having fun with the channel. And so I started to erase that, not worry so much about the numbers, and just focus on having fun and just focusing on, building a network and communicating with people, engaging people, not just here on YouTube and BookTube, but also away from it on other social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And so that's kind of what my focus change was, because I think it was kind of an unforeseen issue that came up, and it was one that I think I've done a pretty good job of pivoting and adjusting to, and then moving in a better direction that I think is going to be hopefully more beneficial in the future. But whether it is or whether it isn't, my goal is going to be always to have fun with the content that I'm producing. Question number five, what is your favorite book or series that you've read because of BookTube? Yeah, this is definitely one I should have thought about a little bit beforehand. Favorite book or series that I've read because of BookTube. I think probably book, I would say My Dark Vanessa was one that I read because of BookTube. I saw a lot of people that were talking about it, and it was getting a lot of attention. And so I would say that one. I would say probably American Dirt, because there was a lot of controversy about American Dirt, and I wasn't sure if I should read it or not. And I think seeing more people give their opinions about American Dirt really pushed me forward to reading it. So those are a couple, controversial books. Maybe American Dirt is probably more controversial, but those are a couple of controversial books that I think BookTube helped me even more so to want to read them. Maybe more so than what I would have been, organically motivated to pursue them. Number 6, overall, what is your favorite aspect of BookTube? I think, it's just as simple as it is. I would say just talking about books and hopefully getting inspiration from other people about books to read. I find myself, I devote a certain amount of time each day to looking at other booktubers, what they're doing, what kind of books they're talking about, and trying to expand my own interests in my own genres. I started, I know a lot of people are reading Sarah J. Maas books, and I picked up a Sarah J. Maas book as an ebook that I wanted to read. And again, some of that is influenced by other booktubers. And so that was something that was really exciting to, just to look around and see what other people are talking about, what other people are doing, and you get some ideas, some inspiration to try some things that maybe you might not otherwise have tried. So that's it for me. That was the Not-So-Newbie book tag, and I will probably tag some people in the description box of this video. I was trying to think about like some of the newbies that are out there, and there are a bunch out there, and I want to maybe be a little bit more comprehensive and looking through some of them and seeing if I can shout some of them out. But there's so many good booktubers out there. There are ones that are small and just getting started, kind of like myself, but then again a little bit like myself. I've been doing it now for over a year, and so trying to learn a little bit more each day to try to get better and better is something that's just inspirational. And just looking at some of the up and coming booktubers, as well as some of the mega booktubers that are well established, that are getting huge numbers, it's all inspiring to me. So whether they're huge booktubers getting tens and hundreds of thousands of views, or they're the small booktubers that are just starting out and they're getting 5-10 views per video, but trying to produce good content so they can continue to grow and expand their networks and expand their spheres of influence. They're all inspirational to me, and so I'm just excited to engage with other booktubers and just trying to learn and grow and enjoy the beauty of books and losing myself in good books. And so that's really what it's all about for me, having fun and enjoying good books. So that's going to do it for this particular video. If you feel so inclined, this video, and if you're interested again in BookTube and AuthorTube content, please consider hitting the subscribe button for this channel to be right in line for future videos on this channel.